Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of WTF Team Freedom News. It's time for our weekly recap of all things Team Freedom. When you need to know what's going on with Team Freedom, just tune in to WTF. And for our first story today, our very own Corvette Jim from CJ's Garage did another video of Crack That Crap Open. And this week, he cracked open a can of Captain Black Cherry to give us his thoughts and opinions on that blend. Jim, tell us what it smells like.
I've had this at least 3 years I know of. Could be longer. Memory gets a little fuzzy back in them days. Then crack it open. It smells like you just opened up one of them little boxes of Luden's cough drops.
All right. And Jim, before I ask you what you think of the taste of Captain Black Cherry, I just have to say that's one hell of an idea that you stole from the bank to keep people from walking off with your Zippo lighter. Maybe
You tie it down, ain't nobody going to walk off with it. Thanks, Brian Quilty. That is definitely in your face cherry. And not a very good cherry. I mean it's passable, but it's not a good cherry. This was all you had, smoke it. You got other, save it until you get yourself in a bind, and that's all you have left.
our next story, if you follow Captain Bailey's adventures, you know that he's not only a pipe smoker, he homebrews his own beer. And here is a little explanation from Captain Bailey of why he just couldn't wait any longer and he had to crack open his latest brew.
Days fermentation. I normally wait 14 days, but I was out of beer, and I'm like, well, you know what? I don't give a shit. It's going in.
Sounds like a reasonable explanation to me. Keep up the good work. WTF News has a new contributing reporter, Edward Hobbs. Edward, can you say a few words to the folks?
Hello out there.
Yes, Edward. Hello out there. Edward is a man of few words, but you'll hear a few more of them moving forward with WTF News. The next story, Mark, the Welsh piper, is giving some advice to new beginning pipe smokers.
Yeah, so he's been asking me about pipes, tobacco, cigars. I said he's not had pipes before. He's only 37, I think he said he has. Not had pipes before, so he's asking, what do you go for, what do you reckon? So I'll give him a few ideas. I said, listen, it's down to personal taste. I said, well, what do you like? I said, well, what I like isn't not necessarily what you might like. I might say, I like such and such a pipe. You go and buy it, and then when you get it, you don't like it. You know, we've all got our own tastes. I said, you need to go to your local. Best thing you do is go to your local tobacconist, or go to have a look at some pipes. Best thing you can do. Go, see, try them in the hand, see how you feel about them. Go and look at some of the shapes, different shapes you can buy. And then he's on about filtered or non-filtered. I'll say, listen, get a filtered one, get an adapter. So I had to explain him what an adapter was. Then you can choose, find out what you don't like and do like. And so I think he's ordered one eventually. I think he's ordered one. I wish him well with that. I said to him, if you ever need any information, I'll try my best and give you out the best information, to the best of my knowledge. If not, I'll pass it on to somebody else who knows a bit more than I do.
Here at WTF News, we strive to be the best we can be and bring you the best possible news. Here is a little advice from Jacques Hubert on how to be a better man.
My granddad always said, a man must be a respectful man. His yes must always be his yes. A man must be trustworthy. Could stand up in the community. A law-abiding citizen. My granddad and my dad taught me the same principles. And a man must always respect his fellow man. He must always respect a lady. No foul language in front of a lady. Carry her shopping bags. Open the door for her. Help your wife. Do the dishes or the laundry. I try to do the laundry while my wife is working. So the laundry is already been.
News this week. Here's a short story from Senator John Kennedy on what he feels about President Biden's age and President Biden's mental acuity.
Someone who's reached that age, we wouldn't even think of giving him or her the toughest job in the world. If the president were my father, I'd take away his car keys.
WTF weather. Our own chief meteorologist, Jonathan Piper X1X, here with his story about the crazy weather in Scotland this week.
It was hailstones this morning, and we're in June. And up in Scotland, they had snow in June.
Here's WTF's own legal advisor, Tim, from Tim's School of Pipes, with his thoughts on the recent Trump trial and the verdict that the jury reached.
Today I want to talk about this absolute freaking sham of a trial. So let me break it down for you in case you didn't know. about this trial where Trump was just found guilty of 34 felony counts. In 2006, he sleeps with a porn star. In 2016, he runs for president. He pays the porn star $130,000 to keep her mouth shut about his affair. First of all, affairs are immoral, they're not illegal. See Bill Clinton. Secondly, hush money is also not illegal. It is a settlement. It is a contract. It is not illegal to pay someone to not talk, especially if a crime was not committed. No crime was committed. They were two consenting adults. He paid her $130,000 not to say anything. See Bill Clinton. He paid Paula Jones, what was it, $850,000 to keep her mouth shut while he was in the White House. He also slept with an intern in the White House in the Oval Office. No charges brought against him.
For this week's WTF cooking segment, we have our very own Brian, Father Brian Potter Piper, with his take on simple outdoor grilling.
Doing a little grilling tonight. Going to be very simple. I make my own burgers. I just put a lot of seasoning in. Actually, this one I actually put a dimple with some butter on each. Butter always goes good with everything. On the inside, I got some onions. Oh, they smell good cooking. And inside there, I have green beans. And I make it simple. I just take green beans, put them in. I put like a basic seasoning, a chicken seasoning or something like that. Olive oil, red wine vinegar. You can use any type of vinegar. Put a little red wine vinegar, that gives it a little tang. And this one I actually put some butter in. So we'll see what happens. Always got to have a little veggie. And then I'll throw the burger.
In one of our previous episodes of WTF News, our very own Jason 68 Saw Gunner was very disappointed because he wanted to do his last installment of Sharp Things Saturday, but he just couldn't find where he put his last sharp thing that he wanted to show us. Well, we're pleased to tell you.
Now, this will probably be my last installment of Sharp Things Saturday, unless I get a new sharp thing to show you. But this is a Gerber machete. My son gave me this, either it was for my birthday or Christmas, probably 15 or 20 years ago. This thing's nasty looking. Let's have a look at her. This thing is razor sharp.
All right. Thank you for that, Jason. I'm glad that you found your last sharp thing. Perhaps when you did the video segment from the Death Star, you took it with you there and forgot you had it there. Who knows? Maybe someday you'll let us know where you found it. In other legal news, our very own equal opportunity offender, Greg Tunnell, gives us his spin on how bad the legal system in our country has gotten.
The facts laid right out right in front of you. This is an awesome thing. You know, you can find out real quick how bad our judicial system has gotten. That's a sad thing. That's a sad day that happens, because what we have in our country that holds things together is our legal system. That keeps order within our society. I mean, it makes it where you can own a house and you're not thinking about the revolutionaries shooting through the walls. It's that type of thing. It's something that we need to guard and protect. Is our legal system, our judicial system. It makes you wonder, if this stuff continues, what kind of people are going to be the guys that even want to be in law enforcement anymore? That's the sad part right there. That is the saddest part of all right there. And just wait till some of these criminals decide they want to be law enforcement, and they're going to be the only ones to choose from.
Very good insight, Greg. Thank you for that. I fully understand and can tell you firsthand we never want to lower our standards to fill a position, fill a quota, meet someone's agenda. We hold to high standards so we know that we only have the best. Very good. Thank you for that, Greg. That will do it for this week's edition of WTF News. Tune in next week for more. And remember, when you're curious what's going on with Team Freedom, just think WTF, your source for all things Team Freedom.